Down again. Flag is up. Start.
There they go. We're at about 100 meters.
5 strokes, 6 strokes.
46 and a half, Cal. And watch the Cal Stanford, lane 1, lane 2. Stanford by a deck length at the 100-meter mark.
Cal and Stanford dead even, with Stanford about 2 seats up on Washington and Cal. We're about 150 meters into the race.
All right, here we go. Stanford's got a seat at 200 meters. They didn't have that in the dual race. But now Cal's starting to make a move. Cal's starting to make a move. They're maybe not.
Washington's starting to fade back a little bit here.
It's
Cal and Stanford,
race.
Stanford and Cal. Stanford's got about 3 seats at 35 and a half over California.
Coming up on 500 meters, we're at 400 meters in. Stanford with 2 seats, 3 seats.
Stanford's rowing a 39 and a half.
39 and a half for Stanford. Can they hold it up?
Hang in there, buddy. Here comes Charlie. Charlie's not going to let this happen.
Okay, here comes Charlie, and we're at 500 meters. We'll get the split in a minute. Stanford definitely with a 2-seat lead, and Washington is 8 seats down on your leaders. Stanford and then Cal.
Stanford is now 37 and a half.
This is a dual race at this point between Stanford, the number 3 ranked team in the country, and Cal, the number 2 ranked team in the country.
Stanford's got about 3-4 seats on Cal.
The first 3 boats have opened water on 4th place Oregon State. It's a dual race at this point. Stanford at 39 and a half. Will they pay the price in the final 1,000 meters? Extremely experienced crew. Stanford's got some guys
very
in there
solidly.
that are 24, 25 years old. They know what they're doing out there.
Very fast first 500, Martin. 121.94 for Cal, 121.28 for Stanford.
So
Cal's at a 35.
30.35 seconds.
Stanford overstroking at 37.
Still 37. What's Cal stroking?
35.
35. So that could hurt him. That could hurt him. It's still Stanford by a few seats. Cal isn't letting him get away. Now Stanford believes that their fastest 500 is in the 3rd 500. But Cal believes that's their fastest 500 too. So we'll see.
Cal's now up to a 36. Stanford's still at 35 and a half, 36. About stroke for stroke now. Cal is making a bit of a move there, Martin.
I think that's right.
I think they've brought up a couple of seats now.
We're through 1,000 meters.
California pressing Stanford now. Washington is not completely out of it, but they're almost a length down to the field, to those 2 boats. Followed by Oregon, LMU, and USC.
So Cal, and over there on the far side in lane number 1.
Cal's rowing 35, Stanford 36.
The only thing that worries me, Pat, is what happens to this water in the final 500 meters.
Well, that 500 gets a little dead in lane 1 and a little active in lane 2.
It appeared in the earlier races that the lane 2 was a little faster in the final 500.
Okay, I got the splits at 1,000 meters, 0.3 of a second between Stanford and Cal.
0.3 of a second is a deck length. So that's not as much as it appears from this angle.
Cal is starting to move up. Now it's I give Stanford one seat over Cal.
I think you're right, Pat. I think that 39 strokes a minute hurt him in the first 500. I'd say Cal's starting to make a move.
Stanford's already at a 38.
We're even now. We're even with the Indians. In fact, we're ahead now. There's no question about it, Pat. We've got 2 or 3 seats. That 39 strokes a minute in the first 500.
Stanford is scrambling now. Stanford's at 38, 39.
38, trying to hold off Cal, who's taking the lead.
Cal is taking the lead.
California. They've got 5 seats now. They're really starting to roll now. Holy Toledo, look at them go. Look at that. My God.
We're down to 450 meters to go. California now with a half a length over the Stanford Cardinal.
They couldn't hold that 39.
Is taking it away.
Boy, oh boy, look at them go. Look at them go.
Stanford's not quit, but they know they've been licked.
Yeah, this race is over.
Let's go, Golden Bears.
I'm not so.
Come on, Charlie, come on, Elliot, take it home.
Worries
Put
me
these
is the
guys
water.
away.
Watch this water here in the final 300 meters. See
We're
if
down to
Stanford's
300
able to
meters,
close
Martin.
it. They've got 8 seats, maybe 9 seats. That Coxon's looking at a bow ball from Stanford.
Cal's at 36 and a half.
And they've got room to go, and they'll take it.
Cal's going up. Watch him go now.
Holy
Stanford's
Toledo.
coming. Stanford's putting it on,
trying.
but we're down to the
39 strokes
last
a minute.
10 strokes, Martin.
Oh, my God. Look at that.
It's going to be a length.
Oh, in that third 500, Stanford or Cal just took off.
Those boats are moving.
Woo! 39 Cal. They taste victory now.
It's all there, boys. Take it home.
After being down by 4 seats
Flag
at
is
500
up.
meters, they're going to win it by a full length.
Cal's across. 1, 2, 3. 3.5 seconds to Stanford.
Fantastic
The Golden
race.
Bears have licked the Stanford Cardinal.
Way to go, Bears.
And the Dogs run third.